Car 100.
This is what Adams is all about, and the 100, it's all about this first dart. Now, he's not someone who's a double-double type of player, and he'll probably try to just drop that above the treble. I think many of the
60.
modern players now, Henry, would have possibly, especially the way that first dart was lying, have gone tops. So after that fantastic 76 finish, these are the types of finishing. It's tops for Stone.
44.
And that was a well-thrown dart, hence the reason he just stood. I think when he let go of that dart, Henry, he probably thought that was going very, very close. And Adams for tops. Not his favourite dart at tops. He's definitely a 16s man. He did it double 10 a few times yesterday.
In the second leg.
Continues that trend this morning. Players now are going the treble 18 route, even treble 17 route, but Martin would be treble 20 all the way. And Gary
44.
Stone, who's doing a very, very solid job here. That's a great marker. Surely you're just aiming at them two levels of tungsten there. And when it's your day, it's your day. And when it goes in last dart, it just feels a little bit extra special.
81.
And once again, Martin won't faff around too much. It'll be treble 19, double 12 will be his target. And you'll see him go very close to the treble 12 here. And it's bullseye for Adams. That's exactly what the legend is all about. As Paulings just confirms that is in the bullseye. And you know, people are getting opportunities against me, but they're not taking it. Is it my week?
77.
Is the name on pot, lad, as they would say. The name on the pot in this match. One dart at double 2. And it sneaks in the corner. And it is 6 of the best for Gary Stone. He moves on to 12 points. The darty dozen for Gary Stone. He's at 6 points in front of the rest of the field here in Group A.
31.
Has always been his favourite player as Boulton looks at this 1-2-4. Only one treble needed here, so treble 18. That does leave the bullseye for Boulton. Bullseye it is. What a fabulous start. And there's the little wiggle.
He couldn't see that as it drifts just below, and so Boulton is back for double 8. It's a reprieve and a chance he probably didn't expect.
Well thrown dart, and you can see just all you want to hear at that point is that dulcet tone of Paul Hinks. But it's not the case. You know, he's moving on a different angle here. He's tightening the angle, so he's looking at the bottom of the bed.
Robert Urquhart 20.
He's sort of looking at double 11. And he just wanted to sink in there, but I can't see Rickwood missing this.
Game shot on the third leg. Robert Rickwood.
Very scrappy game. It's Robert Rickwood who takes it. And there's the banter between them, Henry. That's been the type of game he's had so far. Just inconsistency is something he needs to deal with.
85.
He has the game.
64.
And 64 is all about the 16s and 8s area.
Another one of them. Will give himself a dart at the requisite double for a 4-1 win, and to keep the pressure on Gary Stone at the top of the table. Andy Boulton moves on to 8 points.
Fabulous second dart there. Henry sets it up.
53.
It's a big outside chance for Lee Shewan. But treble 19 for double 18. What a barnstormer of finish that is. What a moment for Lee Shewan. Is that the catalyst? Is that the spark for him to be the moving Tuesday player?
It's an ADC qualifier. So even though he knew he was in, he still wanted to try and qualify via the ADC route. Will he find Tots a 3-0? Not on this occasion.
158.
Yeah, that would have felt nice after the 1-5-3 finish when you know your finishing is good. Wowzer. After the 1-5-3 from Shewan, it's a 1-5-8 from Ward. And this is just an exhibition of fantastic finishing from these two players. Absolutely wonderful to see. And the highest finish of 1-5-3 lasted one leg.
For 3-3.
10.
And now Ward gets his chance.
8.
Yeah, the frustration you can see is evident there, but the finishing's been great. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty, he's going to have one dart for the match. And he just pings it right in the middle there. Fabulous match. But it's Harry that's as happy as Larry as both of them walk off the stage to be this time. So treble 15. So potentially it could be a dart at the bull, but it's a double 5 chance. And when opportunity knocks for Robert Rickwood at the moment, he's just not running through that line. It's just been a little bit disappointing, a little bit of deja vu from his last game. We talked an awful lot about Martin Adams of just going direct for any double, and we talked about his incredible stats at the pentathlon, where hitting doubles is one of the major things. There's also some major points on there. It's been a tail of the tape so far. Adams has been very, very, very good on double 10. I've probably talked him out of it now.
Game shot on the third leg. Martin Adams.
He hits that plum because Martin Adams is a classic double 16 player. But as I've said many, many times, if there's a double on the board, if it's double 17, Martin Adams will go direct for it.
And it is still on. The ball.
119. Wow. Martin Yukar, 58.
I think we both felt that was going to go in as Adams looks at the big 18. Hasn't been great on tops this week.
Game shot
this time, absolutely no problem at all. And as quickly as this game started, it ends in a 4-0 victory for Martin Adams, who hasn't been at the races this week. Is that the turning point? The sport, Henry.
Cracks a wise smile. Well, you may not be smiling anymore.
Wow.
If he can find a route to the bullseye, this will be the dart, not just of the week, not just of the month, but perhaps of the year. Can he find a route?
100. Garyukar 2.
No is the short answer.
Game shot on the first leg. Gary Stone.
And look at the reaction from him there. Just sheer relief.
So to send us all the way. It is in.
Game shot on the sixth leg. Gary Stone.
It's 18 in game.
Fantastic referee in there, because he can't move if he's not 100% sure. Because Gary Stone's left a 2-darter. And it's Harry Ward on 106. What a dart that is. He's been aggressive for his favourite double 16.
74. Garyukar 68.
Match start come and gone. And so is Gary Stone. Gonna make it a magnificent 7 for Stone. In leg 7. And he gets the better of Harry Ward by 4 legs to 3. Had to survive a match start in the end. But Gary Stone keeps up his winning run.
Through that wall of 2 darts. But it's double 16 for Boulton.
Game shot on the first leg.
Very proficient.
Andy Boulton.
Very effective when he's going, Andy Boulton. One of the top players, one of the now top amateurs in the world, because he was a pro and up until a couple of weeks ago. Glad I can't hear him right now. Pat 20 for tops. For 1-1.
Game shot on the second leg.
Lee Shewan. Darts there from Lee Shewan. It was lovely talking to Lee on Monday. I travelled down with Robert Rickwood. Travelled 16 with the last start, so he's done his work, because 86 is he's probably ideally going to get a dart at the bull. Not now. What a dart for double 16. Oh, that dart at treble 17 was absolutely sensational. Complemented beautifully with that double 16, and I can assure you he will be feeling good, and Lee Shewan will be sick as a chip. Hence the
Gary Stone in this group, but 2 darts to save the match come and go. And so Boulton is back for tops for a 4-2 success to keep the pressure on Gary Stone at the top of the table and to cut his lead back down to 4 points after the end of the 7th round of matches in this group. Andy Boulton is a 4-2 victor against Lee Shewan, and what a performance it was as well.
94. Garyukar 140.
Oh, I like this route, the Bob Cross route. Executed like Bob Cross for Harry Ward. And 140 to take a 1-0 lead. That's added on top of the 158 we saw earlier on. He's getting better.
To win. Then what you start doing then is lifting your elbow, bringing your shoulder into a body movement. The best players in the world are people who have got a very simple throw.
Game shot on the third leg. Robert Rickwood,
who's had his problems on the outer ring today, has all of a sudden found his finishing boots. Odd steps up for double 16.
Game shot on the match.
Hits it with absolute aplomb. And there's the camaraderie. Magnanimous in defeat as always is Robert Rickwood. A quality affair there. Harry Ward is just beginning to show the real exactly what finishes it'll be. Treble 17 and bull now, of course, but he doesn't deviate too much as he looks at the bull.
88.
Line and length.
84.
All wrong. Talking about line and length, what a match between England and New Zealand last night as Boulton looks at 84. Well, that's the one thing you do want to do. But in the last game, he did something similar in it, a treble 17, double 16. On this one, it's either treble 13 or treble 19. On the one occasion here, where that, and double 11. Wow, and that's exactly what he did similar in the previous game against, I think it was Lee Shewan, yes it was, where he hit the treble 17 after missing the big number. And that's where his thoughts will be, right? Does it motivate him to get into that treble 20 bed? And that's what sometimes you have to
100. Andy O'Carr, 77.
You have to beat yourself up internally and set yourself challenges. So treble 19 for Andy. That's handy.
Game shot on the third leg. Andy Boulton.
Some of his two-dart combination finishing have been like eating candy. Probably at this moment just wants to get off the stage.
45. Andy O'Carr, 40.
But it's tops for Boulton. There's his marker.
Game
confident,
match,
clean, decisive conclusion to that match. Expertly competent performance at the right time, Andy Boulton. He is playing absolutely terrific. The highest average of the week so far. 137 there from Gary Stone to leave the champagne finish. Treble 19. Oh, you can see there because he knew that first dart was absolutely perfect. For him, for the bullseye, he could have kissed it off into the bull.
60.
And the thing about this three finish, right, is don't underestimate the fat one. He does that. Big dart.
Game shot in the first leg. Lee Shewan.
That's a top class finish there because he deserved. He was well ahead in that leg of darts. England shirt more than anything he's ever done in his darting career.
180.
Said we hadn't seen a 180 for a while, Henry.
You visit out, Glenn.
You know, the one question I didn't ask, and which I'm going to look into, was Gary.
180.
Gary Stone looks on there as Lee Shewan bangs another 180. What a game. That's all I seem to have said this week.
96. We haven't had a bad one yet.
97.
Potential two-darter here, 97. So it's treble 19 for Shewan. So 78. Looks like he changed his mind there. Did you see that? He was going to go
57.
double 19.
Gary O'Carr, 70.
A double top. Quite sensibly, he went the traditional way because 70 is not a gimme, but what a dart that is. Tops.
Game shot on
what
the fourth
a finish
leg.
that
Gary
is.
Stone.
Every question that gets asked to Gary Stone, he comes back with an answer.
60.
And the little Gary exhale of breath
40.
there from Gary Stone. He knows exactly how important this dart is. There's his marker. There's his double.
Match,
Gary Stone, you have been absolutely magnificent in this very tough group here. 108. But if you're a double 16 favourite, then 19s is usually the route 56. That players go. But all you can do in that point is set it up. So 76, I always say, the 20 is fundamental, the treble is the bonus. So you look at the fat 16 now for that one dart at tops.
Game shot on the first leg.
That's all he requires in this game, and Harry Ward will be thinking, I was right on your coattails there. I just wanted that one opportunity. Adams, and if one thing we haven't seen this week, it's a massive finish. We've seen some fabulous finishing, and a lot of them come from the man in your picture there, but it sets that up nicely to make this
76.
76. Arguably, only got one dart or a double. And that makes it very tricky. Is he going to do an Andy Boulton and recover nicely? Certainly is. For double 8.
60.
But unlike Andy Boulton, he just trudges across that there to give the opportunity
Game shot on the third leg.
Harry Ward, he takes it with aplomb. Double 18 right in the middle there.
A magnificent performance in style.
There's the frustration of darts, Henry.
Harry O'Carr, 45.
To put the pressure on. But Harry Ward has two darts in his hand, a double 16. And now double 8 for the win.
Game,
And
shot,
a
and
win
the match.
it is
Harry
for
Ward.
Ward by 4 legs to 1. An impressive performance. A 94 average for Harry Ward. Martin Adams himself averaging 83 and change. But it wasn't quite enough in this particular encounter.
Get it back on an even keel. There's part of it. Look at treble 18. And a 12 or a 20. And the concern for the 20
98.
is a little knock on that first piece of tungsten. Could have easily bust the score, but job done for Shewan. Now just needs to execute the double.
123. Leo car 32.
So this game up.
Game shot
What
on
a
the
piece
second
it
leg.
is.
Lee Shewan.
I think
4.
fully expected that to go in. But he's the 104 finish, and this would really hurt. Using the 16's bed. And wow, that is
96.
right on the way.
Leo
And that
car
just
10.
pretty much sums up the Rock's week so far.
Game shot on the third leg. Lee Shewan.
And for Lee Shewan, that is a big dart because he's put himself in winning positions this week, Henry. This game he needed a moment like that, and no better than a 170, but it's Shewan who looks at 2 darted tops, and that's something that's changed. That just getting himself ready for double 10, and he just creeps right into the corner. The two friends embrace, and Lee Shewan with one relieved man. He opened up fantastically well yesterday with 2 big wins. It's been a tale of woe since there, but
60.
look at them 3 darts again. 72, so he'll be looking at treble 16. He'll stay there. And how many times have we said 1 dart to tops?
Game shot on the second
And how many
leg.
times has Gary Stone delivered? He's been second best for a big part of this game already, but he's level at 1-1.
Gary car 24.
Remember that moment as Gary Stone looks at double
Game
12.
shot on the third leg.
He's looking good, Henry, isn't he? The Rolls Royce play, as you called it yesterday. Important to get back into this game because this would be a breaker throw. Important darts. Big dart.
No score.
Is that
40.
the moment?
This is where the tungsten tide shifts in Stone's direction.
Game shot on the
It
fourth
may
leg. Gary
well
Stone.
do. Jot them darts at double 16 in the notebook.
Against him for Andy Boulton after 15 darts. 2 darts at double 16.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Still
Andy
in this
Boulton.
game. This is a massive leg of darts because Gary Stone will be thrown first. Wowza.
97.
And when he let go
Gary
of that will
O'Connor,
have felt good.
32.
Line and length. Wasn't too bad, but over to you, Gary Stone.
Game shot
And
the
that
match. Gary
is
Stone.
perhaps the biggest win of Gary Stone's week yet. It is 9 from 9, but he's now stretched a 6-point lead.
Leo car 20.
Wowza is a word I've used about 15 times today because it's the shock of seeing Martin swinging his darts all over the place, but Lee Shewan has to punish.
15. Martin car 16.
And that wasn't a sheep in the background, but that was Lee Shewan thinking, what have I done?
For Martin Adams, he's been given this opportunity.
Game shot
You
on the
don't
second
give
leg.
Martin Adams opportunities because when you do, he by and large takes them.
Leo car
Slides away from the
52.
double. Something we're not used to seeing as Shewan steps up right in the middle of the 20. There's the reset that I like. He looks at the hockey, makes
Game
sure his
shot on the
feet's the
fourth
same.
leg. Lee Shewan.
And so, you know, when I've seen him do that, 9 times out of 10 the doubles are going in.
17.
This is the type of finish that Martin Adams will gullop up. It's only the 1 treble required. So it's treble 19 on this occasion. Just not happening for the Wolf.
57. Leo car 16.
So for the match, for a 4-1 win.
Game shot
And there
on
it
the
is
match.
for Lee Shewan as he gets the better of Martin Adams by 4 legs to 1. It's been a good day for the cobbler. He's played some good darts, and it's another average in the late.
Leo car 19.
So Harry Ward will be looking at the 3 or the 17. Ideally the 3, and that's right in the middle for 2 darts at double 8.
Game shot on the first leg. Harry
Absolutely
Ward.
superb from Big H for the week. I mean, that is big, big bucks, and that can set you up nicely. I mean, look at Adam Warner. The $5,000 he won.
98. Andy O'Carr,
I
120.
paid his Q school, and look where he is now. He's going to be making a debut at the Euro Tour this month.
He is the story of the competition, without doubt, as Boulton looks to climb the ladder up to the top.
Game shot,
Shot to the top for Andy Boulton.
100. Andy O'Carr, 126.
126 is all about the 19s. The grimace is back. And when the grimace is there, it usually means one thing.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Andy Boulton.
Continue to grimace is my advice to Andy Boulton, because
Inside.
Andy O'Carr, 61.
And so Harry Ward has his opportunity now. 25 for 36.
43. Andy O'Carr, 4.
you don't need a commentator to see how big H feels right now. They had the chance. I fully expected that to go in as Andy Boulton looks at double 2. That's a wild one. All the way down to double 1.
Game shot and the match.
What a
Andy
dart
Boulton.
that is. To and fro, up and down, seesaw game. Match play dart at its finest. And it's Andy Boulton who just about gets over the winning line.
133.
Great thinking there by Rickwood, because even just the
103.
one single treble there would have left a 100 finish. So 84 for Stone. That's double 12. But just another incredible
Game shot on the
finish.
3rd leg.
I mean, everything that
Gary Stone.
is put to Gary Stone, Stone puts to the sword. But
180.
that does leave double 13. But it's a great sounding noise to put off your opponent.
59.
He dangled
Robbie
in as
O'Carr,
well.
26.
He had to run to the board to retrieve them. And he'd be running to the board, having nailed double 13 for a 13.
Oh, sensible. 4 double 11.
Any way to go.
He done that as if he meant it.
Game shot on the 4th
Fantastic dart
leg.
from Rickwood.
Robert Rickwood.
Great contest once again. Both
Gary O'Carr, 56.
Tops.
Game
And
shot
Stone
and the match.
has
Gary
sunk
Stone.
the opposition again. 10 games played in Group A, 10 games won. He is on 20 points and has a 6-point buffer at the top of the table following 2 days play.